Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is Sports Radio Done Differently. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Wednesday. Hump Day is finally here. We're on our way toward the weekend. Great to have you along for the ride today. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Tom Ladd, Rob Rodgers.
I see what you did there. Oh, glad you could be here for the ride on the Opening Drive. Rob, that
alliteration is my friend.
Obviously. Yes. Very nice.
Yes, look at that. That's a good public school education for you right there, man. We got that going on. But, hey, we are glad you're here today. What a great show we got set up for you today. We're going to have some fun today on the show. I mean, as always, anytime you've got Full Throttle on your show with Craig Stagner, it's a good day. A lot of racing to talk about today. NBA draft to talk about today. How about that? I mean, we're going to have a Springfieldian drafted today in the NBA. How cool is that?
And technically, maybe we had one already today, but he wasn't a public school graduate. But Chris Carr played for SIU.
Yep.
He was on basketball staff at Drury.
Yep.
He's still on staff there as the admissions dean at Drury University. His son, Cameron, technically didn't grow up in Springfield, obviously, but his dad moved here. He played at Link year prep.
Yep, down Branson.
And then went to Tennessee, then transferred to Baylor, and really put it together last year.
Played well, Baylor, almost 19 points a game. He got drafted by
the Lakers.
The Lakers take him at what, number
24? Yeah.
So I would say so we have another Springfield player, a Springfield resident ish here. Yeah.
He's probably eaten affiliation. He's probably eaten at restaurants here in Springfield. That's about all we can say.
We count it. Yep. And his dad's here over at Drury, so we'll count that. Congratulations to the Carr family and Cameron going to the Lakers on the 24th overall pick. And then we'll see what happens later today.
Yeah, it's going to be round 2, and that's when Trayvon Brazil will be drafted sometime early today, we believe.
Yeah, it's moved all over the place on the mock draft, so really no way of telling now. But we're real excited to hear his name called later today. Great for Springfield, just great. And I'm telling you, it's just same way with Carr. I mean, just great for Springfield area people that know these guys to have that opportunity to play at the next level.
Maybe the basketball capital of the United States, Springfield, Missouri today. Maybe. Throwing it out there. See if it sticks.
I wouldn't go that far. But anyway, yes. Yeah. Anyway, great day to be an NBA basketball fan locally. And we got a lot of other things today, too. Craig Stagner, of course, with Full Throttle coming at 8:20, his weekly segment.
Maybe 8:40. We
okay.
Yeah, we had a surprise guest coming in. So so hopefully
surprise guest.
When Craig gets the message, hopefully we'll be okay at 8:40 with him. So,
okay. Yeah. Surprise guest.
Nice. Kind of. We've got a good show lined up, a fun show lined up.
Looks like we got a lot of people on there.
Yes.
And then Todd Riesing, former Kansas All-America quarterback from the Orange Bowl days back in the day. He will join us to talk not football, but soccer.
Well,
maybe
it is football. It is football.
Yeah, he'll talk mostly European football, though, probably today.
We're the only people that actually don't call it football in the whole world.
True. And Alexi Lawless didn't apologize for that, by the way, either. Remember, he's getting a lot of beef from people.
Yes.
Why do you call it? Because it's not. Here it's called soccer, and that's what it's called. So, but Todd Riesing will join us, not to talk KU football, but maybe we will down the road. We'll talk college football down the road with him. He's going to come on and talk. He still very closely follows college football, of course. But no, we're going to talk about soccer because he's gone to the first 2 World Cup United States men's games, and he's going to the one tomorrow in L.A. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about his experience of the World Cup.
Might be a secondary topic, but maybe investments.
Could be. Yeah, he's a highly successful investment manager.
Investment tips from Todd Riesing,
probably not tips. No, we probably
no
don't give out
tips.
Tips now. But
okay,
can't do that. There's rules involved with kind of those type of things. So that's why I don't offer financial advice on the show.
So it's a field maybe that since there are rules, Sorsby, the quarterback at Texas Tech, probably would not be allowed to get in. They'll have rules against him getting into the investment field. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Or he'll end up suing somebody else. Where's he getting his money?
You know where that guy's playing? UFL. That's where the guy's playing. He's not playing, or he's playing arena ball. He's not playing the NFL. The NFL nixing the supplemental draft yesterday. Nixing. We're not going to do the supplemental draft. Wow. You know what that basically is? Every NFL club contacted commissioner's office says, yeah, we're not going to take him. So there's no use having a draft. We're not going to take him. That's not a good sign, Mr. Sorsby. That's why you don't bet on games you play. There are consequences to your actions. And that's the kind you cost yourself a living.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I just don't. Yeah, he has a problem. I get that. Okay. I'm not going to minimize a gambling problem. That's an addiction. That's a problem. But these are real life consequences for real life actions. So
where's he getting his money for all these lawsuits? He was suing the NCAA. He's now going to sue the NFL for canceling the supplemental draft. They canceled it because of him.
Yeah.
Where and how can I get a hold of these attorneys that pick up these cases that aren't going to take any money just because he's got a name? Those are the kind of, he can't afford all these lawsuits. There's no way.
Here's the thing. Remember, we talked about this scumbag attorney last week. Remember how he's leading them down this path of destruction. And I'm telling you, that scumbag attorney's probably working off future wages, probably that kind of thing, knowing he's going to get paid at some point. And now he's not going to get paid. Now he's going to get paid arena football wages. I'm telling you, those aren't wages. That's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a pat on the back, man. I'm telling you, he's going to owe this attorney a bunch of money probably at some point. There's going to be this saga is far from over, but he's not playing the NFL. I don't see that even happening. I don't see any NFL club taking. It's not like he's Peyton Manning. It's not like he's I can't even say Patrick Mahomes coming out of college because Patrick Mahomes coming out of college was, oh man, he's a gunslinger, that type of thing. He's known for throwing that kind of stuff. But Sorsby is not a kind of player you go, oh my gosh, it's a franchise altering quarterback. He's not Shadur Sanders. I'll tell you that. Shadur Sanders is a better quarterback than he is. I mean, I don't see this. I see him going, he's going to be working at Home Depot, man.
Nothing wrong with Home Depot.
No, and there's nothing wrong
with
Home
people
Depot or Lowe's, either one. He's going to be working in home. He's going to be working in construction is what he's going to be doing.
Or would you like fries with that?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that either. Thank God this morning they handled my order well.
There you go. No,
and I did not order fries.
The thing is, he's not going to be making $5, $6, $10, $20 million a year. That's the thing.
Right.
He'll be working an everyday job.
He's doing that. He'll own a series of with fries.
Yes.
Places. Correct. So, man, oh man, lots to talk about.
And then Chase Blakey coming on. Chase Blakey will be here at 7:40. Eagle Outdoors. Talk a little bit outdoors with him. And I guess Eagle has a big sale coming up.
They do.
Talk about that.
Yep. Todd at 8:00. Chase at 7:40. Matt Palmer with Bowls, Bands, and Barrels. Bowls, Bands, and Barrels. An event also coming up. Matt Palmer will be on at 8:20, and I just heard back from Craig. Again, that's why he's the greatest guy out there. Craig Stagner moved to 8:40 because of our mistake. I'll take the blame for it.
Double booked.
I'm the manager of the baseball team. We lost the game last night. I'm taking the blame for it. I'm not going to push it on our starting pitcher.
No.
I'm not going to push it on the relief guys that gave up the 3-run bomb.
Nope.
I'm the manager. I take the blame. So, Craig, we appreciate your loyalty to the show, your loyalty to the station. He's going to be on at 8:40.
There you go.
So, full throttle today, not at 8:20. It's going to be at 8:40. And we'll mention that right before, too, so people, because it's alarm clock. This is must-hear radio.
Must-hear radio.
Full Throttle, the best racing report in the entire country.
Oh my gosh, yes. But I tell you what, we got a lot of things to talk about before then. But first and foremost, our show, as always, is sponsored by
Play It Again Sports.
Play Again Sports, located in the Fremont Shopping Center. Trade in, trade up, Play It Again Sports. They just got so much great stuff down there and new stuff coming in every single day. And again, I don't think I emphasize this enough. If you need something and Sal doesn't have it down there, just tell him and he'll go out and get it for you. He'll source it. Play It Again Sports, located in the Fremont Shopping Center. I want to lead off with the Cardinals today, actually. What in the world happened last night with the Cardinals?
0-0 going into the ninth.
The game was flying along, and then all of a sudden, here comes Arizona. Boom, 4 runs in the top of the ninth, and I'm thinking, well, that's not good. Then the Cardinals come in and start scratching out in the bottom of the ninth, like they're going to come back and win this game, and came up a little bit short. 4-3, the loss to the Cardinals last night to the Diamondbacks, but I just all of a sudden it's just like they decide, we'll start scoring runs.
Late. Swanson couldn't get an out, and that happens from time to time. He's been fairly solid this year, but just once in a while, you just throw up beach balls.
Yeah,
and that's what he did in the ninth inning. A third of an inning, 3 hits, 4 runs for Swanson, and again he's been fairly consistent. So. It's just a blurb in the road. Otherwise, really good pitching performance by Leahy.
Oh, yeah. He did well. No runs, obviously. Just 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, scattered those. Yeah, it was a good performance. Your relief guy, I can't pronounce his name, Rajcic. What's his name? Rajacic, whatever. Sounds Croatian. He came in, didn't allow a hit, walk and strikeout. They're rolling along until the 9th inning. And they're playing for late innings, it looks like, and just couldn't quite get done. Walker had a couple of hits. Newtbar a couple of hits. Looks like Burleson had a double.
Yep. Yeah. Arenado had a big RBI in the game against his former team.
So final 4-3 Arizona over St. Louis. St. Louis 42-35 overall, 22-18 at home. Diamondbacks go above 500, 40-39 on the season. So Cardinals just kind of hanging back there, 6 out. Of course, Milwaukee's won 3 in a row, and so they're starting to leg it a little bit. So the Cardinals got to keep pace. Chicago coming up fast behind them, so the Cubs are right on their tails. So Central's starting to even itself out. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati starting to go back to their appropriate positions, and the teams at the top are starting to look a little bit more like a real division. In other words,
and then we've got the red hot Kansas City Royals.
They are on fire right now, and I'm telling you, Jack Caglione, as I said yesterday, has arrived. That home run he hit, the third at bat last night, coming up in the top of the first, right after the big one by Lofton. Lofton hit a curveball and smoked it, and then Jack comes up and hits a jack that I think would have probably left the stadium if there wasn't a stadium, dome there. He hit it up on the stinking catwalk out there. It was still going up when it left the yard. Caglione with a big bomb last night, 2 big bombs actually in the first and then also in the 5th. So he's had multi-home run games. I think it's 3 in the last 6 games or something like that, some crazy number like that. But Caglione 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. The Royals slaughter the Rays last night. 12. It was 12-2 going into 12-2 going into the 9th and ends up being 12-5. Lofton had a good game again, 4 for 5, hitting in the 2-hole. Sal had a Salvador Perez. I tell you what, Salvi almost had a home run. He went 1 for 4. And then Carter Jensen continues to hit wells too. By the way, Carter Jensen, I heard last night hitting .292 against left-handed pitchers. Oh, by the way, the home runs Caglione hit off left-handed pitchers. I thought these guys couldn't hit lefties. I could have swore that these guys could not hit lefties. So we had different lineups for left-handed pitchers. But by golly, these guys hitting in that slot there in the 3-hole for Cags, Jensen in the 5-hole, they can still hit lefties. Royals win 12-5, 34-46 on the season. They beat one of the top teams in the AL, the Tampa Bay Rays, who dropped to 43-33. The Royals, winners of 2 straight, 8 games out of first place behind the the division leading Chicago White Sox. So, that's just sickening just to say.
So Cags Unbelievable. His 14th homer. I mean, it was a week ago. I swear, Rob, a week ago, the Royals had nobody with over 10 home runs. They were the only club in Major League Baseball that didn't have a 10-plus homer dude.
Oh, yeah.
And now all of a sudden, he is putting on a home run barrage here the last week. It's unbelievable.
The ball is big as a beach ball, but do you see the violent swings he's taking? I mean, they are just swings. You're like going, oh my gosh, that's going to hurt somebody. So Kaggs has arrived. He needs to be in that 3-hole the rest of the season. Let's just keep him there. Let's not tinker it once Vinny comes back and give him back his 3-hole spot. Just keep him where he is. Now the talk in Kansas City is trading Vinny Pasquantino at the trade deadline. That's the talk they're having right now. So, it is what it is. I mean, where do you go with this team? I mean, the team, the season's obviously gone very far south. Can they come back? Well, yeah, I guess they can, but you're starting to lose runway here. I mean, there's not a lot of, they have to go on long winning streaks. They have to go several long winning streaks to get back into this deal. Because other teams play too. And when they win and then they negate your win, if they win on the same night as you do, you don't make up any ground. So you got to hope some of these teams ahead of you go on some losing streaks and you go on winning streaks at the same time. So you got to avoid the long losing streak. But the Royals, at least giving us Royals fans something to watch. And this is all without Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino in the lineup. And now the word is Bobby, they're trying to they're giving him another night of rest. He may come back. Man, I just say, sit down, Bobby. Just make sure you're fully healthy. Don't rush Bobby Witt Jr. back for this. Tolbert's doing a great job at shortstop. Just hang out. Tolbert last night 2 for 3. Just let Bobby heal. Let's not rush things back. Right. I mean, wait till the All-Star break. I don't care if he comes back a week before the All-Star break to get ready for the All-Star game. That's it. Let's not be too crazy about bringing Bobby back right now.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I like the way they're playing right now. They're hitting the heck out of the ball, just tearing the cover off of it. I mean, there was a blip yesterday where neither St. Louis or Kansas City could score, or 2 days ago it was. But, man, oh, man.
They're going, man. So the Royals are playing well. Cardinals with a little blip last night. They'll be fine. They'll get back after trying to win the series here tonight. I think it's tonight or this afternoon, actually. Don't even know on that one, but they'll try to get that thing going again today. And we got a lot of other things to talk about today, too.
How about the Major League Baseball draft combine and our boy Caden Bogenpole?
Good night. I saw that.
He had the top exit velo put on a show. And then there was one, somebody from MLB Baseball wrote a little blog about the top performers at day one of the MLB draft combine. Right there, Caden Bogenpole,
Bogey,
number one. Top guy out of it could have been alphabetical order, but he was the number one guy. And they showed, social media's got his exit velo at 119.4.
Oh, my gosh.
And the rips, it was just like, when you're watching a guy, you can't see the ball. It's gone. It's smashed. So you're right behind home plate, and he's got the uppercut, and all you see is his head looking up. So it's a moonshot. It's gone.
Gosh.
But, I mean, he put on a show.
That's
and
awesome.
Apparently a lot of the scouts were like, wow.
Yeah.
6'6", 245 pounds, and then an exit velo of 119. Oh, my.
And also, it's not just like he can only hit home runs either. I mean, he plays good defense. Right. He can move. He can run. And he can hit gap to gap, too. I don't want to put the comparison of Jack Caglione with him. But
I was just going to say that.
But that's kind of what I see in him.
Body-wise,
yeah.
You put 10 more pounds on him, and he's not. I mean, 245 is pretty good at 6'6". Put 10 more on him, and these guys are twins.
They are.
Yeah.
And they swing a lot, much the same way. They hit the ball violently every time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing I was thinking about. He can play outfield. I'm thinking that's Jack 2. Bogey is Jack 2. So it'd be interesting how high he moves up on the draft board after that.
We'll keep an eye on that. The draft's not coming up until July.
Something like that.
Yeah. usually it's already happened. You remember during the College World Series and, well, John is coming in to pitch now, 95 miles an hour. He was picked the first round by the Angels.
Yeah, I remember that. There's always the big talk in the College World Series. All the guys were picked. Every guy that came up was picked, pretty much. It seemed like back in the day. But, hey, let's take our first break of the show. We've got the poll question coming up next.
Yep.
Then we got Chase Blakey coming up at 7:40. We got a full show today, so let's get right after it. You're listening to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play It Again Sports.
Mornings in the Ozarks just got louder. Sports debates, hot takes, local legends, and your voice in the mix. It's The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
When your business depends on security, access, and durability, the details matter. At Robinson Fence Company, we've delivered dependable commercial fencing solutions in 9 different states. From industrial and high-security fencing to complex commercial installations, our crews work efficiently and comply with job site requirements. With a long-standing presence in Springfield, Missouri, and our office in Dallas, Texas, Robinson Fence is a trusted partner. Robinson Fence Company. Commercial strength, proven experience, professional fencing by professional people.
Have you heard 93.7 The Stage?
Hey, this is Morgan Wallen.
Cause I got better since you got gone.
It's Springfield's new station, playing today's brightest country stars.
Hey y'all, this is Ella Langley. He's choosing Texas, I can tell.
When you're ready for just today's biggest artists and all the best songs.
Hey, this is Luke Combs.
Wide awake, I dream of you, sleepless in a hotel.
The stage is set. 93.7 The Stage.
Camping World is now open in Springfield at 836 North Glenstone. Stop in and check out a huge selection of new and used RVs, plus RV parts, accessories, and all the gear you need for camping and outdoor living. Need service or repairs? Their expert technicians will keep you ready for the road. And you can't miss it. They're home to the largest flag in Springfield, flying on a 130-foot flagpole. The brand new Camping World in Springfield. Get details and shop online at rv.campingworld.com.
250 years ago, a nation was born, and ever since, brave men and women have given everything to protect it. This summer, Highland Dairy is celebrating America's 250th with our new limited edition red, white, and boom ice cream and a $250,000 commitment to Folds of Honor. Nominate a hometown hero. Spin to win daily prizes. Visit highlanddairy.com/boom. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Culinary history with Retro Metro. Long before surf and turf gained its catchy nickname, people were already pairing the best of land and sea on special occasions. Retro Metro celebrates that tradition with their Jeremy and Julia surf and turf, a 6 or 10 ounce filet served over Cajun cream pappardelle pasta, topped with 3 grilled shrimp and a house-made crab cake, finished with fresh béarnaise. Experience the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
Your takes, your teams, your town. From hot stove baseball to big deal or not a big deal. Mornings belong to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock. Don't just listen, be part of it.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
The question is out, and the internet has opinions. We've put today's hottest sports topic up on X, and now it's time to see where you stand. The Sports Poll Question of the Day on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
The Sports Poll Question of the Day on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
All right, back on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. We got our poll question of the day. Got a lot of things to get through today. So what do we got for a poll question today here, Thomas?
You have to go to X, which if you go online and just type in X,
there you go.
.com, apparently you'll come up with Twitter, X.com, but you have to go to 96.9 The Jock after you get to X.com
Yes.
or Twitter. Our question today, is it possible the 2 MLB rookies of the year. That is correct, right? Rookies of the year, not rookie of the years.
Rookies
of the year. That's how I did it. Could reside in Missouri in J.J. Weatherholt and Jack Caglione with Kansas City. Is it possible those two guys could be named their respective rookies of the year this year? The options, yes for both, no for either one. One of them could be, and neither are even the best rookie on their team.
Well, that's a great question, actually.
Wait a minute. The president just said, I asked a lot of stupid questions. So.
Well, I will tell you this. JJ is freaking doing great. It's Weatherholt, not Weatherhold. You'll typo there, man.
Oh,
yeah. All right. So we got that. The Cards guy can't spell his own guy's name right. I don't know if Caglione spelled right either. That could be that's a word salad. That's a word salad on Caglione. But anyway, how about JJ and Jack? We'll just take out the last name. So I just actually I spelled Bogenpole a minute ago. But anyway, I tell you what, Carter Jensen's having a great year too. But batting average is kind of lower here. But he's having a great year.
He could bust loose for.
He could bust loose.
Yeah.
And then Jack now is hitting for average and power, which is super scary. I think I said yesterday he's number 2 in American League right fielders in every offensive statistical category behind Aaron Judge. He's the number 2 right fielder in the American League based on statistics. Now, of course, in the All-Star game, they just say outfield. You know, it could be like 3 right fielders for all we care when they vote for that. But and for actual positioning, primary positioning, Jack's number 2 in the American League right now. JJ is on stinking fire. JJ is amazing. I tell you what, I'm not a Cardinals guy, as you guys all know. I respect the Cardinals. I'll watch them when they're on. But when JJ comes up to bat, I watch because he's going to do something spectacular. He's going to grit it out. He's going to figure it out. He's going to get on base and do something. And he plays a great second base too. Defensively, JJ is a Gold Glove type second baseman. I think definitely down the road, he'll be a Gold Glove second baseman. So I like both those guys. Carter's in there as well. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. As for choices here, is it possible they could both be? Yeah, I think they both could. I don't know what the landscape is right now for other American League rookies of the year. But I think in the National League, I think JJ is the guy. Top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Respected. Oh, here, this goes for a lot too, guys. Respected franchise. You know, the Cardinals are a respectable franchise. I'm not saying others are not, but some franchises hold a little bit more weight in these voting things. So, yeah, I'd say JJ's right up there for sure.
Are they the top rookies on their team, though? I mean, that's the thing. You look at, especially the Cardinals with all those, you got the choice at Kansas City. You definitely got Jensen and Caglione. Who else? Is there anybody else that's young on that team?
I don't. Royals?
Yeah.
No. Not
That's it. Those two.
Not rookies.
Those are 2 good ones, though.
I mean, you've got the Rave kid, but he's not going to be up there. I mean, he'll be back in AAA probably before long. He's. I think he'll be okay. But the Cardinals farm system is so deep and talented. I mean, Baez is sitting down there in AAA hitting.
Not for long. Report yesterday he's coming up.
Really?
Yep. Not for long. I saw.
Was there an injury or something? Or
no, they're just
a promotion deserved.
25 home runs at AAA says a little bit
you're
about.
Ready.
Yeah,
you've ripened, as Ned Yost would say, right? You've ripened now. That's great because I'm telling you that kid. There's your second one on the Cardinals right there. There's your gosh. Cardinals got so many good rookies playing for him right now. Didn't that the Jordan kid? Isn't he? He's a rookie, right?
Blaze Jordan, yeah.
Is Crooks a rookie?
Crooks is a rookie. Church is a rookie.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, when they're rookies, they're coming up. That's what I'm saying. The Royals finally letting their rookies eat. You know what I'm saying? Let them eat. Let them hit left-handed pitching. Let them come up and play. The Cardinals did from the start, from day one. You're just playing every day. JJ, I know you're left. Can you imagine this? If Ollie up there would have said, I'm sorry, JJ, I'm only hitting you against right-handers. When if there's a left-handed pitcher, JJ, you're going to have to sit out. We're going to rejumble our entire lineup because there's a left-handed pitcher. Oh, there's a right-handed pitcher. Okay, JJ, you're back and start the lineup again. No, you know what? He sunk or swim, right? He got out there and he swam and he got it done. That's what the Royals should have been doing from day one, and we wouldn't be so far behind it right now. We wouldn't be 8 games out of first place. I can almost guarantee you. And they say hindsight's 20/20, right? Not for the Royals. Hindsight's 40/40. They don't have a clue. They don't have a clue how to manage players. Unbelievable.
I've got astigmatism, so that probably
there you go.
25-20, something like that. By the way, yesterday's Memphis team looked like the opening day in St. Louis. Gorman started at third base. He went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Victor Scott, leadoff batter. Thomas Sajaci batting in the 2-hole. Like, I looked at the lineup. Wow, that's all guys that started in St. Louis at the beginning of the year. They're not afraid to move those guys around.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for I'm telling you right now, the Cardinals are so much more forward thinking than the Royals in the front office. I mean, it's not even funny. The Royals tried to pan this whole smoke and mirrors thing over on us. We've got everybody. We won't even make any changes. Our only addition is going to be Lane Thomas. All right, fine. Lane Thomas is fine. I mean, I know I bagged on him most of the year because he's not a leadoff hitter. Like last night, 0 for 5. Broke his whatever hitting streak. He had a hitting streak going. 0 for 5 last night at the top. Now, he did hit a couple of rockets that were caught, though, last night. But you don't change your lineup just because of who's pitching. You dictate things. I hate it when you tinker with things that work, Stop changing. Like tonight. I hope they don't tinker things around. Roll out the same 9 tonight. I don't care who's pitching. Roll them out. They scored 12 last night.
Well, it's been this way. They're going righty-lefty. I mean, that's kind of how they're doing it. He's not going to change it mid-season.
Gosh, so annoying.
Yep. Cardinals, by the way, have a 1 p.m. press conference today to discuss ownership and leadership changes. Don't know what that means exactly, but they have a 1 p.m. press conference. Yes, in St. Louis.
What's the word on that? I've not heard.
Well, that's all I read is ownership and leadership. We'll have to dig into that a little bit this morning.
Up there. I should have jumped on ESPN 101 up there to figure.
They're all saying the same thing. I don't think they know. Hopefully nothing wrong with Ian Bloom.
Yeah, he's fine. Don't mess with him. He's fine. I wonder if they're talking about the ownership change. I know the DeWitt family was considering a sale. I wonder if they're talking about maybe bringing in minority owners or something. Maybe it's still part of the club, or they're getting ready to sell part of the club.
Or the old man is stepping away, and his son is one of those deals, like the Bush.
Yeah,
the Bush family.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. I mean, because there's no major waves and ripples on that right now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not hearing any rumors, so it might just be a family transition type thing.
If you know anything, send us a note on Jock Chat or on Facebook. We are broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
We've been throwing out some clips of the show, some pretty good clips of the show every day. So go to YouTube and Facebook, check those out. So you can, if you want to see what we look like at 7 o'clock in the morning with bags and wrinkles and our hair, kind of disheveled a little bit.
It's a struggle some days. It's a struggle.
Yep. A couple other things. Major League Baseball backed off fining those San Francisco players for their Bible verses on Pride Day.
As they should.
They backed off. They're not going to fine them. Interesting.
As they should, because they blamed the Giants on lack of communication, letting the players know what they could wear and what they could not wear.
Oh, man. We've got a jock off of the week. I don't know if it wouldn't be appropriate, would it, to put.
Manfred could be the jock off of the week every week, the way he runs this league. He's horrible. I don't like him. He shifts blame more than any other commissioner I've ever seen. Do you remember David Stern?
Yes.
Man, that guy was awesome, and he was straightforward. Adam Silver, even though I don't really like Adam Silver, he's still straightforward in how he operates. Goodell, Goodell's a little shifty sometimes. He's he's the owner's lapdog. I mean, basically.
It just irks me that he is making so much money.
Yeah.
That these guys are making, the heads of these leagues are making just a ton of money.
Crazy amount of money.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't some of these guys, they make a lot of money, but they do take a lot of guff too. They're the first person that everybody blames when something goes wrong. So I get that. If you're the CEO, you take the blame. You may not be a part of the blame. You may not caused it, but your people caused it, and it means you got to. But Manfred totally shifted the blame to the Giants, saying, hey, they didn't communicate with their players. They didn't have to wear that hat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you don't wear the hat. Let's just say, okay, let's do this. Didn't do the Bible verse. You don't wear the hat. You wear the normal Giants cap, not the rainbow flavored one. You don't think they're going to take a bunch of guff over that too? Yeah, so they put them in an untenable position, basically, an untenable position, the players.
Is that your word of the day?
Untenable is my word for the day.
Yep.
You have words. I give you words in the broadcast. You throw out.
You did? Yes.
You had like 5 words in the first half, and you literally get them out in one possession.
Boom.
Done.
One play.
Not even a challenge.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. Still well tried. And, at least they weren't, FCC violations.
Oh, no. They're legit words.
Yeah.
But just everyday weird words like alligator. And that one time I put alligator down, and you got that. I'm like going, wow. That was impressive, I must say. Untenable is today's word. But anyway, hey, let's take anything else for next break?
Yes. A couple quick notes because we don't have time after this. Lake Country Soccer now home to the Great Lakes Valley Conference Soccer Tournament the next 3 years. That was the big announcement, which I think is big. 3 years, Lake Country Soccer will be the home of the GLVC soccer tournament.
That's a big deal.
That's huge.
Lance Kettering and Stan Adams.
Think about all the teams coming in for that week.
Great job.
Yes.
Well, so it's funny because Lance, I sent him. He's getting me the info on the quad ball people. The Quidditch people.
Yes.
So anyway, so we're gonna have them on. But he goes, hey, and by the way, the soccer announcement's not as big as you guys are making it out to be. And I go, we're just having a little fun with you.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's a big announcement, though. I mean, that's huge. That is a big announcement.
Yeah. Anything like that, you're bringing in all these teams, the players, the families. We
want to be a championship destination, and that's a great move. Good job, Lance and Stan, on that.
NBA draft will continue today. We'll find out where Trayvon Brazile will go. The former Kickapoo standout will be day 2 picked in the NBA. We'll also update you on social today on Caden Bogenpole's transformation in the MLB draft combine. I say transformation. He's opening more eyes, I think, with the baseball executives.
Okay. By the way, 119.4 was the exit velo. Next was this guy out of Georgia, 115.5.
That's a big difference.
That's 3.8 miles an hour difference. That makes a little difference. Then get from Stanford. How about this high school kid? 115. Some high school.
Is that the same kid that
two high school kids
threw 97 across the infield too?
Oh, I don't know. Is that the same kid?
What's his name? Because I saw that.
This is Dominic Santarelli from St. Joseph Catholic Academy in Wisconsin.
No, there's another one.
There's one, Blake Bowen from something Catholic high school in California. I guess you want to be. Oh, here's another one. Martin Shalar. Yeah, he's from Marist School in Georgia, another Catholic school. I guess if you want to be really good in baseball, you go to Catholic schools. Courtney Spitz. There you go. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Hey, let's take our break. We got Eagle Outdoors coming up. Chase Blakey will be in the house. We'll talk with him about their next sale that's coming up very soon on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Blakey Sports.
Want to hear ESPN The Jock without lifting a finger? Just say play ESPN on Jock on TuneIn to your smart speaker and take the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, local sports, and your favorite shows anywhere in the house. ESPN The Jock, always on, always entertaining.
When it comes to your next build or remodel, you need a team that shows up ready to win. In Springfield, that team is Edge Supply. From Blanco kitchen sinks to Delta faucets to freestanding bathtubs that steal the show, Edge Supply has the team, the experience, and the inventory to deliver. Contractor or do-it-yourselfer, no matter if it's a fixer-upper or a full custom build, Edge Supply is your home court advantage because Edge Supply plays to win. EdgeSupply.com.
Summer savings going on now at Pinnaker Chevrolet Buick GMC in Branson. Drive home in a 2026 GMC Sierra Crew SLT with up to $13,250 off MSRP and ask about 0% financing for 60 months. Get into a 2026 Buick Envision with up to $7,000 off MSRP. Need serious capability? The 2026 Chevy Silverado 2500 Custom Diesel delivers power and performance with $8,000 in total savings. Shop online, PinnakerBranson.com.
Take Pinnaker every time.
Looks like someone didn't go to Dynamite Fireworks. Come on, this is America's 250th birthday. You're not going to celebrate 250 years of freedom with some rinky-dink fireworks show, are you? Nah, you're going to start your Boomsday prepping right now with the best fireworks in the world from Dynamite Fireworks. Go to Dynamite Fireworks and see more today. Just look for the huge USA rockets and American flag, and find them on Facebook.
The greatest country in the world is ready for the biggest tournament in the world, and Mully's Pub and Patio is your Team USA World Cup headquarters. Join the watch party for every USA soccer game and bring the whole family. Everyone's welcome. Watch our American soccer team with other fans at Mully's Pub and Patio every single game. Inside with Mully's massive media wall or outside. American comfort pub food with elevated cocktails and ice cold beer. Mully's Pub and Patio on East Republic Road.
When the heat doesn't sleep, neither do you.
It's so hot, and the AC is gone.
Not on my watch. When the Ozark summer turns your home into a villain's lair, you need the heroes at Rodgersville Heating and Cooling. This AC isn't gone. It just needs some tuning. Heroic tuning.
Thank you, Rodgersville Heating and Cooling, man. You saved us.
Don't sweat it. Escape the heat with Rodgersville HVAC. Your home's hero when the summer heat hits. RodgersvilleHVAC.net.
Did you know you can listen to all your favorite ESPN The Jock programs live at 969thejock.com? The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. A Coach's Perspective with Jenny Hopkins. The High School Show. ESPNthejock.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
This music is YouTube approved. What in the world?
Hey,
YouTube has the worst bump music.
Look at my.
So for those of you who don't know, we can't play cool songs anymore because YouTube says it's a violation of copyright. We're a radio station, by the way. We already pay the rights fees.
Look at this. This is an email I got. So I gotta be cognizant of what's going on.
Well, I knew that Third Eye song would get jumped on, man. I knew you get kicked off on that one. That was a great song. Oh my gosh, golly, how many? Wow. Well, anyway, all I can say is now I apologize in advance. Our bump music will be awful going forward. But just understand that for us to be on YouTube, we have to follow their rules. So, whatever. Hey, we need to get Chase on here. Chase on the camera. Is he on there, Chase?
Oh, gosh.
Gotta get him on there, man, because you got to see his beautiful face there. Come on, man. Chase Blakey, join us from Eagle Outdoors. How you doing, Chase?
I'm great, fellas. How y'all doing this
morning?
Good.
He's in the studio today because he's got a lot of things going on. Eagle Outdoors up in Willard, right?
Willard and Neosho.
Neosho. Oh, that's right. You have the Neosho store too.
Yep.
Yeah. So they got two stores. And tell us a little bit about Eagle Outdoors.
Yeah. Eagle Outdoors was started in 2018, May of 2018. Ed House, myself, Spencer Eagleberger, were the founders. We started in Ash Grove in about a 600 square foot location.
I remember that.
And the COVID years, we outgrew the 600 square foot location, moved to Willard on the corner of 123 and 160 there. Right there, people know it as Cotner's Corner. We're in the old Wimpy's restaurant building.
Yep.
Kind of referencing some local, cherished things there that I don't know because I'm not local to Willard.
Willard,
so that's kind of where we're at there. And then in it's been 3 years ago now. So 2023, we launched our second store in Neosho, Missouri. that store, we went from 600 square feet to about 1,600 square feet in Willard. So we almost tripled the size of our store. Well, Neosho is 4,500 square feet.
Whoa.
So
we've had some superstore.
Yeah, we've had some tremendous growth over the first 8 years of our founding, since we started. More on the way, exciting things happening, but this weekend, that's what we're all here for. So now, this weekend we're having our annual, we do a customer appreciation day sales event every year in July or August. We try to keep it right around the fireworks because there's a lot of folks in town, get to meet some new faces, things like that for Willard and Neosho, and typically they're on the same night. So it works good because we can make, it can just be a company event, both stores. You don't have to advertise differently for each one or anything like that. This year we're celebrating of course, we love to celebrate our customers. This year, our customers actually just voted us best outdoor outfitter in Southwest Missouri.
Wow. Congratulations.
That was nothing. We couldn't put our name in the hat on that. That was customers putting us in.
Very nice.
Incredible honor. We are so thrilled to be, thought of like that. So we just want to give a big thank you to our customers. So of course we have sell events or sell items with fantastic pricing, but we also have giveaways. The radio station, Real Country, your guys' sister station, is coming up. They can get registered to win the 4-wheeler and the trailer.
Nice.
And then as far as from our partnerships, we've got, what's FAA approved? Like, what can I say on here?
FCC.
FCC.
Well, if we're flying,
you're gonna. Sorry, guys.
Different rule.
I used to do some flying reports out of a plane.
Oh, that's
so
right.
FAA would have been part of that.
Yeah, you got a couple rules there.
That's what I was referencing.
All right.
You knew. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Heard my traffic reports.
That's so funny.
Back in the day.
But
FCC. Yeah.
You could say whatever you want as long as it's not a cuss word.
Okay, perfect. So like giveaway items, we've got, and these are at both stores. So we have one for each store. So it's not like we have, each store competing against each other, but a 6-hour pistol at each store to give away. We have broadhead. The list it's long and I can't even remember all of it. And you've got the other page up there, so I can't.
No, that's fine. I'm looking at this.
We got Trophy Ridge sights. We've got. I don't know. It's roughly between the 4-wheeler and the trailer possibility, and then what we partnered with. It's over $15,000 in free stuff that our customers could win on Saturday.
Wow.
Well, not on Saturday with the 4-wheeler and stuff, but they could get entered to win that. So just trying to really show them how much we appreciate them. It's been kind of a tough year with fuel prices, things like that for folks. So the fact that they choose to spend their hard-earned money with us means a ton.
Well, I'm looking right here at your sale items, and they are good deals because I've shopped these type of things before, obviously. So I'm looking here. You got a Ruger American Gen 2 for $599.99, $600.
Yeah,
good night. You can't get that anywhere. Of course, I got one of those Rough Riders little pistol. I love those things, man. I got one.
So handy.
They're so awesome. Just to kind of flip around and.
Now you guys, here this morning aren't carrying in the studio, are you?
I'm not going to tell you. And so then you got.
He'd have to kill me if he.
That's the reason it's called concealed. But you got, your fishing lures, your baits are out there. The broadheads, like you just mentioned, you pretty much got a sale on every single style of hunting or fishing that you offer.
We try to cover all 4 seasons with it. That way, everybody who shops with us has something that they can take advantage of on the sale.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
And then we've got the 4-wheeler will be given away in August.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. Because we're the first of 4 stops for that for that event. So
going to be there. It's going to be there as well as our station, I believe, this Saturday.
Who's going to be up there? Us?
Yeah.
I was like us.
Yes.
Us.
Well, part of us.
Zimmer family.
Yes.
We could set up a boxing ring, maybe have a little.
Rock'em roll.
Like a bull.
Rock'em sock'em.
Rock'em robots. Yeah.
Sure shot or whatever it's called.
It'd work.
Yeah. Could do that.
So that's this Saturday. What time this Saturday?
So we're open 9 to 7. So our sales event is all day.
Okay.
The radio station will be there from 10 to noon. But if you can't make it between 10 and noon, Heath and the folks on the back side of this agreement are going to leave a QR code so you can come into the sale, still get entered and registered to win that 4-wheeler and the trailer. So, obviously from 10 to noon, we expect to be very busy. We hope we're busy all day.
Sure.
But yeah, you'll be able, if you can't make it in before noon, you'll be able to still get entered to win that on Saturday.
And so Chase, I've known you a long time. I knew when you started this with
and I apologize for that long-standing relationship.
Right. Known you a long time, and know that
you can pick your nose, and you can pick your.
Yeah, we've all heard that one, right?
Yep, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I've known you and Ed for a long time, and I remember when you guys started this, and at that little store in Ash Grove, and how it's grown. Tell me a little bit of the difference between you and maybe other places that can get this type of stuff.
Yeah. So we were we set out basically to prove that customer service still had a place in the outdoor industry because big box is missing the boat.
Okay.
You go into a big box store, not going to name names, but
you don't have to,
but like, you walk in and you ask, what are the crappie biting on, or what are, particular mineral works the best for deer, just different things. Right. And you'll get somebody, and it's because they're so big that you can't specialty train anyone. So you just kind of get a generic, I don't know, or, you'll get lost and then forget why you were there.
Sure.
So we just set out to kind of, bring that back to the outdoor industry, bring back we use this term lightly, but like the mom and pop outdoor stores, right? Your old country store that did that. But we had the ability and the buying power to be able to get hooked up direct with a lot of companies that most people in our situation don't.
Okay.
Which allowed us to then turn around and we can have that mom and pop that we pride ourselves on our customer service and being knowledgeable in every facet of the outdoors that we represent. So we can help our customers have the best experience in the outdoors. But we have that mom and pop, that country comfortable feel, but our everyday pricing is better than other big box stores here in town. So we're able to price things properly. So it's not like
sure.
There's a stigma where if you're on the way to the lake and you stop at a bait shop, you're going to pay double.
Yes.
And we fight that stigma because you're not paying double to come in our store.
Yeah.
So we provide the best customer service we can possibly provide, and then also the best pricing, most competitive pricing for a small footprint of a store.
Nice. So the way I look at it too is this: the customer service is the key. I mean, if you go into any place, and they don't know what you're fishing for, or what you're hunting, or those type of things, or how like you said, I remember you got into the deer mineral salt, that kind of bringing those deer, and you don't know how to properly do that. If you don't have somebody can tell you how to do that, you're wasting a lot of money, first and foremost. And secondly, you want to be as efficient as you possibly can, because you're going out and hunting, you're going out and fishing, the time is valuable,
Well, that's just it. I mean, as life has gotten a lot busier, for everyone, you don't have that time to go out there for weeks on end or, days on end. A guy might get, 3 or 4 days a season to deer hunt.
Yes.
So we want him to be as successful as possible in those 3 or 4 days. So that way he can bring home the food for his family, that, if he shoots a good buck, a trophy for the wall. But, it's just all about those family ties and bonds.
Tell us where you're located again, the street address, so people can stop by this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. In Willard, we're at 8376 West Farm Road 68, Willard, Missouri 65781. You'll have to forgive me because I can never remember the Neosho zip code, but Neosho, we're at 1411A Blue Oak Lane. It's right behind Lowe's, right across the street from Walmart. Pretty easy to find in Neosho there.
What's your hours then, typically?
9 to 7, Monday through Saturday. We're closed on Sunday. Sundays are rest and family days, church days. That's a sacred day for us, and that's just who we are.
Good.
Yep.
That's good.
Love that.
9 to 7, get out to Willard or Neosho. For those of you streaming us over Neosho, Willard, Neosho, Eagle Outdoors. Chase Blakey joining us on the show today. And man, so glad you're able to come in and share this great stuff this weekend. June 27th. Don't forget the big giveaway on the four-wheeler and the trailer. Don't forget about that as well.
Yeah, the actual giveaway, I think, is August 22nd.
Okay, August 22nd.
And they'll display the four-wheeler this Saturday at Eagle Outdoor in Willard.
Mm-hmm.
So you can stop by, check it out, register for that. Our sister station will be over there. It's a younger sister station.
I think it's an older sister station, actually. Real country?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's probably same age as us.
Stepsister. Yeah. Stepsister will be there. But it'll be a lot of fun. So stop by and check them out. And obviously, baseball season underway. You're rooting for who these days?
I'm a Braves
guy. Yeah. He's Drake Baldwin guy.
Drake
man.
Baldwin, yeah.
I have, I tell you, growing up, I lived down 6 miles of dirt road, and you had the 3 main channels, and that was it. Or, we were lucky enough to get Prime Star.
There you go.
And Ted Turner owned the Braves. So you either watch the Cubs or the Braves every day. And I wasn't watching the Cubs.
There you go. That goes over well.
Yep.
I, when you can watch Maddox, Glavine, Smoltz,
Jones
Brothers, Denny Nagel, Jeff Blount, how could you not fall in love with that team, that organization? So
no doubt about it.
Chase Blakey, Eagle Outdoors. Check him out on Saturday. Top of the hour. We'll be back in a moment.
Mild in the lower 80s, but 81 degrees today in Springfield. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies and a steady southwest breeze. Chance of rain today is going to be scattered. Maybe a few showers out there today, but most spots will be staying dry. We start the day dry Thursday. We warm up to the low 80s in the afternoon and introduce rain to the late afternoon, early evening tomorrow. For Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Tom Schmidt.
Summer golf season is in full swing, so how's yours? At Play It Again Sports, you'll find drivers, wedges, balls, bags, gloves, and shoes. Everything you need to keep your friends from talking too much trash when you're out on the course. Trade in your old clubs and upgrade to something that'll actually help your handicap. Because when you trade in, you win. Before your next tee time, swing by Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Center on Battlefield Road. And remember, when you trade in, you win.
Hi, I'm Bill Dutton with Abacus.
And I'm Abe. Bill, when people hear accounting firm, what do they usually think?
Taxes, bookkeeping, basic compliance.
That's not the full picture with Abacus.
Not even close. At Abacus, accounting is just the foundation. We also provide CFO services, strategic business planning, controllership support, and even HR services.
HR surprises people. Why would we offer that?
Because your people and your numbers are connected. Hiring strategy, compliance, payroll structure, it all impacts profitability and growth.
So instead of juggling multiple advisors, our clients get one coordinated team that understands their entire business.
And that guidance helps our clients make smarter decisions.
Schedule a time to meet with an Abacus professional today. Visit us at abacuspro.com or call 417-823-7171 to learn more.
Your home is where life happens. It's where kids play, pets roam, and memories are made. Since 1978, Robinson Fence Company has taken pride in building fences the right way. Every fence we build reflects our commitment to doing honest work for our neighbors. With over 4,000 fences installed, our experience speaks for itself. Rooted right here in Springfield and our office in Dallas, Texas, we're proud to be a hometown company. Robinson Fence Company. Family-owned, locally trusted. Professional fencing by professional people.
This is Mike Greenberg, and you're listening to 96.9 and AM 1060 ESPN, The Jock.
On KBFL Springfield, K245CA Springfield. Springfield's total sports station, ESPN The Jock, with this local sports center update with Don Luzader.
Springfield Cardinals dropped their first game of the second half of the 2026 season to the Northwest Arkansas Naturals 6-3 Tuesday night at Route 66 Stadium. That loss snapped a 4-game winning streak for Springfield and a 3-game losing streak for the Naturals. Same two teams meet again tonight at Route 66 Stadium. Cardinals and Naturals, 7:05 start time in downtown Springfield. Arizona Diamondbacks score 4 runs in the 9th inning and hold on to beat the St. Louis Cardinals 4-3 at Busch Stadium. That series continues tonight at Busch as Matthew Liberatore gets the start for the Cardinals in a 6:45 contest. The Royals win again. They beat the Rays 12-5 in St. Petersburg. That series continuing at 5:40 today. as Noah Cameron gets the start for KC. I'm Don Luzader on the Jock.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Highland Dairy. This weather update brought to you by David Kinsman Agency, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Count on reliable protection, rain or shine.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
Happy Wednesday. Today's going to be mild in the lower 80s, about 81 degrees today in Springfield. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies and a steady southwest breeze. Chance of rain today is going to be scattered. Maybe a few showers out there today, but most spots will be staying dry. We start the day dry Thursday. We warm up to the low 80s in the afternoon and introduce rain to the late afternoon, early evening tomorrow. For Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Tom Schmidt.
Going out of town? Take ESPN The Jock with you at 969thejock.com. You can hear the best of the Ozarks with Chef Tiny, Full Throttle with Craig Stagner, or The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. ESPNthejock.com.
We named our company U.S. Automotive for a reason. We're proud of America, and this summer, we would encourage you to take a road trip vacation and explore America. But before you leave, come to U.S. Automotive and let us give your car a thorough inspection. Air conditioning, brakes, oil, tires, everything to make your road trip across America one to remember for the right reasons. Happy 250th birthday, America.
U.S. Automotive. No car.
Your takes, your teams, your town. From hot stove baseball to big deal or not a big deal. Mornings belong to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock. Don't just listen, be part of it.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
Opening Drive.
It's Opening Drive.
Opening Drive.
It's The Opening Drive.
It's smart, it's local, and it's a whole lot of fun. Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is sports radio done differently. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
All right, we're over the hump on a Wednesday, heading toward the weekend now. We're officially across the demarcation line of halfway through the week. Rob Rodgers, Tom Ladd, live at the ESPN The Jock worldwide headquarters in Springfield, Missouri. So glad you're along with us for the ride today on the Opening Drive. And we've got a special guest coming up here now. It's Todd Riesing. Todd is the former KU All-American football quarterback, the American football quarterback. Joins us live. Todd, how you doing today? You hear us, Todd? Do we got audio there, Tom? We do not. We do not have audio. All right. We're going to figure out here why we cannot get Todd live on here. Let's see. Got him added in. Let's see here. Well, Todd's going to join us here in a minute. We're going to figure this out. Maybe I have to get him on the phone here. Maybe you got a connection problem. Here, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna give you guys a subject matter to talk about. Let's talk about something like that. So let's talk about Bogan Pole.
Go. Bogey. Well, how about the draft? A couple other players that NBA draft last night. Darius Acuff Jr. From Arkansas, youngster, went number 7 to Sacramento. Didn't mention that earlier. Here's a guy from the state of, pretty close to Kansas City, Keaton Vogler, who is passed up by Kansas. They said, nope, we don't want him.
Oh, there he is. He's there. Got him. Got him back. All right, now there you are, Todd.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Hey,
Can you hear me? You can hear me now?
I hear
right,
you,
good.
buddy. You're rocking that awesome Jayhawk shirt there, too. I love it.
That's right.
Here, man.
Here I was just talking about a guy who Kansas didn't want in basketball, the Vogler guy from Overland Park.
Yeah.
And then Todd Riesing shows up.
Yeah, Todd Riesing shows up to, Well, whoops, never mind. Hey, Todd, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. It's been a great start to the summer here. We got the World Cup in full motion ahead, and the USA is rocking so far to start the World Cup.
Now, I'm going to have you on later to talk about college football because, as the former All-American quarterback at Kansas. We definitely will get some views from our Mizzou friends down here when I bring you on. But we got a lot of KU guys down here too.
I'm
But
sure some divisive views too. Yeah, a little heated. But listen, they don't even play anymore. So at this point, it's water under the bridge.
It is. It is. But I want to talk to you about your experience with the World Cup. You won one of those lotteries, and you've been to 2 World Cup matches so far, going to another one tomorrow, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I'm flying out this afternoon out to LA for the 3rd USA game. So I was at the first 2 games. The first one in LA at SoFi Stadium against Paraguay, and then the second one last week against Australia. And this will be my 3rd World Cup. So I went to Russia, I went to Qatar. Now, the U.S. wasn't even in the Russian World Cup, so I was having to adopt other teams because we couldn't even make the cut there. But I'll tell you, to see in that first game, coming out scoring 4 goals, that's more goals than we've had in the previous 2 World Cups combined.
Yeah.
So that was an incredible start on home soil. And I got to say, I mean, it's, if you haven't seen a World Cup soccer match, it's the most electrifying sporting venue you can see, because there's nothing like, your own country pride. It's not like you're watching an NFL game, an MLB game. Like this is your home country. People are flying from around the world. So the atmosphere, the energy is unrivaled.
So Todd, you played college football. Where did the soccer fandom come from? Are you a soccer fan, or was this just kind of a nice winning prize for you?
Yeah. No, I played soccer a little bit growing up, but it got pushed to the side pretty early on, in favor of baseball and basketball and football. I think for me, it's I like to see great sporting events, and I don't watch a ton of soccer throughout the, in between World Cups during those 4 years. I'll watch some of the, Champions League, Premier League, some of the, the top leagues around the world. But I think it's more about supporting your own country and going to an event. There's not many events out there where you can really wave the American flag, put on your American overalls, and get out there and have fun with your fellow countrymen. You have that, you have the Olympics, and besides that, there's not much else. So I think it's one of the most unique sporting events that we have, and it's the biggest sporting event around the world. Outside of the U.S., everyone is, diehard crazy about soccer. We're the only ones that have all these other sports that are often, take precedent over soccer.
So you've been to these first 2 matches. I saw the video of the national anthem in Seattle where the entire stadium is singing our national anthem in unison. They show the players, some of them with tears coming out of the corner of their eyes. That's had to be the most exhilarating experience ever.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only time I've seen everyone around me and heard everyone around me singing at the top of their lungs the national anthem. And we've all been to dozens, if not hundreds, of sporting events where they've sung the national anthem. I've never once seen that. And at a stadium too, the Seattle Stadium, I think it holds the record for the most decibels in terms of being the loudest stadium, certainly in the NFL. So they had that place absolutely rocking. Once they finished Home of the Brave, like everyone was fired up. I'm sure the players on the field, their adrenaline must have been pumping through the roof.
Yeah, what an incredible home field advantage for the Americans, that's for sure. And I was thinking about the other day, if the Americans have come out with a dud, going 0-2 so far, would we still have that excitement? But it just helps that this World Cup is exciting because of all these the people coming from around the world. But now the Americans are playing well too, so it just there's a groundswell of just incredible enthusiasm around American patriotism right now.
Yeah, I think, if I was a player on that team, I would have felt 10 times more pressure playing on home soil. Right? There's always huge expectations. As a former athlete myself, the most pressure, the most expectations you have are going to be from yourself. But when you're playing for your country and you're hosting the World Cup, and if they had come out and started 0-2, I think you'd have a lot of very disappointed, very upset fans. Now, I think people still would have showed up and supported them for the 3rd game if, let's say, they were already eliminated. But, man, they showed up, and they played the best soccer, certainly, that I've ever seen watching the World Cup. I mean, the stats certainly prove that point as well. And I think they have the caliber of talent to play with anybody out there right now. And they're going to have, I think, a good draw going into the knockout stage. So it's not inconceivable that the boys can go make a deep run here in the World Cup.
So, Todd, what are your seats like? Where are you sitting in the stadiums that you have won tickets for?
If you could figure out how the FIFA ticketing site works, I'll give you a lot of money because it makes no sense to me. I won the lottery, early on when they were doing the first round of the tickets, and it basically gave you a category 1, 2, 3, 4. They didn't really give you much information on what that meant. It just was, different tiers were more expensive. So I think I went, like not the most expensive tier, but the next tier down, and I've been in the upper deck every time. So I don't really know. I don't really know how this makes any sense. I don't know what you got to do to get lower tier. I guess that must be for all the corporate sponsors. But listen, you get in these NFL stadiums, and honestly, I think the bird's eye view for soccer matches is actually better because you can see the whole field, you can see the play unfold. When you get lower down at closer to eye level and field level, you can't actually see what's happening on the other side of the field if you're closer to one goal. So it's really hard to see these plays unfold that lead to these electric moments in the goals. So I actually have no problem being a little bit higher up for these soccer matches.
So it's your third World Cup, right? Russia, Qatar, and here.
Correct.
What is the major difference, other than it's our home soil, but between, like, for example, Russia and Qatar, what's the difference between those two venues when you went there?
Yeah, well, Qatar was very interesting because it obviously is such a small country. Every stadium was within maybe an hour and a half of Doha. So what was great is that you could go to a game almost every day because the stadiums are all nearby. You're not having to travel around the country, going to different cities. But the downside there was they decided 2 days before the start of the World Cup that they weren't going to serve beer in the stadiums. So you can imagine there was a lot of very disappointed soccer fans from around the world that flew all the way over there and then realized they can't have a nice cold beer while watching their team play. So that's definitely taking Qatar, quite a few notches down on the World Cup experience chart, I think, for probably a lot of fans. But there was still a lot to love about it because everyone was in one city, so you got a chance to interact with fans from a lot of different countries in one place. Russia, I think, was a really interesting experience. Is just getting a chance to go to Russia, right, and to meet a lot of people from different countries, but also meet a lot of just average Russians that are just like you and I out there living, working, and they were all extremely nice and friendly and just trying to work and have fun and very hospitable. So it was a very unique experience and good to see kind of a side of Russia that probably most of us have never been exposed to, outside of what we see in news and headlines.
So having kept an eye on the World Cup, is there a venue this year, the last couple of weeks, that you wish you could have attended somewhere? Obviously, you're right. Kansas City would have been great, but is there a venue you wish you could have been to during the World Cup?
That's a good question. I mean, I think, LA has kind of become like the home base for the U.S. team, and Seattle obviously is a great stadium just in the way that it's set up. I think what would have been great is just to see certain teams get to play. I'm going to go to an Argentina game on Saturday after the U.S. game, so I wish I could have been there when Messi had his hat trick and tied the all-time World Cup goals and then broke it the next game. So hopefully he still plays this third game because I know they've already locked up first place in their group. And, with him being 39 years old, they may try to rest him. But hopefully he plays a little bit so we get the chance to at least see who I think, is the all-time GOAT in soccer, get a chance to see him play live, which will probably definitely be his last World Cup.
Yeah, what about the fan festivities around the stadium, around the cities? Have you done any of those type of things?
Yeah, before every game, I mean, we're out there hours and hours before the actual kickoff time, and there's the streets are just blocked off. Everyone's out at the bars, the breweries. They got fan fest. They got live music going on. Last week with the Aussies, there's definitely a little trash talking going on. We were giving the Aussies a hard time. They were great though, because after they lost, you would have thought the way these Aussies were celebrating and partying after the game that they had just won 4-0. Like they could have cared less that they lost, but they were there for a good time. And I think we all know Aussies like to drink the cold beer. So they were great fans to interact with as well. Same with the Paraguay fans, right? There wasn't as many there, and the U.S. had a really strong presence, but that's what you got to love about it is people coming together, and even after they lose, people are still, being friendly and hospitable and wanting to have a good time. I saw a great video too of a bunch of Argentina fans in I think it was Dallas after their last game, And they're, after a big watch party that was going on, they were all going around and picking up trash that was left in the, I don't know, the park area in Dallas. And it just makes you realize, like, hey, that's, what a great show for them to do that, in another country. And I wish, if we were doing that on someone else's soil, that we'd do the same thing.
Sure.
Hey, some big things going on at your alma mater these days with new facilities or upgraded facilities. How proud are you of Kansas these days?
Well, I certainly wish we had those facilities when I was playing football there. No, it's been incredible to see what AD Goff has done in turning the football program around, bringing in Coach Leipold, who I think has done an incredible job, gotten us to 2 bowl games. We've been extremely competitive, even in seasons when we haven't had this amount of success that we know is attainable. They've still been very competitive on the field, which for a lot of years, there was a lot of blowouts that took place, on the Kansas football team. And as a fan, there's nothing worse than just seeing your team not even having a chance to be competitive and have a chance to win. In the last few years, it hasn't been that way. So I think we've got the right guy leading the athletic department. We got the right guy leading the football team. And it's just a matter of finding the right players, right? You got to go out there and you got to compete. NIL has changed the dynamics of college recruiting in such a drastic way. That it's more difficult, right? You got to have donors willing to put forth money. You got to get NIL, contracts and opportunities together for these different players. But David Booth stepped up and gave what is an extremely gracious and huge donation to help finish this stadium rebuild to modernize our facilities. And I was back last fall for a game, and the stadium is absolutely first class. Has to be one of the nicest in the nation, along with all the facilities that go along with it. So if I was a young kid getting recruited and I went to see that, that certainly puts Kansas in the running along with anyone else, any other top programs across the country.
And the Mizzou rivalry now renewing. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I wish it would have never stopped. I mean, those last 2 years that I played, or I guess 3 years that I played against Missouri at Arrowhead in Kansas City. I mean, those were highlights of my college career. Even the games that we lost. I mean, the environment there, half black and gold, half crimson and blue. I mean, sold out stadium at Arrowhead in the snow. I mean, it was just everything you could dream of as an athlete wanting to play at a high level in a massive rivalry game. So, I thought we had the makings of what would become kind of like the Red River shootout down here in Texas, which I grew up with the Texas OU games. So it was really disappointing that they weren't able to find a way to keep that rivalry going, because I think it was the second longest rivalry, in college football before it stopped. So I'm just glad to see that they're going to bring that back, and I hope that they continue that as an annual thing. I think fans would love it. I think it'd be great for college football, and it would just be a really fun event for people to be able to take in.
I remember when the basketball happened last year. The ESPN, the new people call it the Border Showdown, and we just laughed our heads off. It's not the Border Showdown; it's the Border War.
It's the war, yeah.
It shows you the new people because it stopped. Now it came back. Now people are trying to figure out what they call it again. It's Border War, is what that
Border
is.
War. That's right. Yeah, I don't even know what's a showdown. Like, what are we talking about? I don't say a showdown. Like, I've never heard the term showdown being used in reference to a sporting event. So I don't maybe like WWE, like there's a showdown going, but like definitely not college football.
Todd, weren't you part of the 76-39 win over Nebraska back in the day?
We were, yeah.
70. This is football.
Yeah,
76-39 over Nebraska.
Yeah, that was payback for about 50 years of Nebraska beating us by 40 or 50 points. So I remember we were playing, and I think we scored on 10 consecutive drives.
Yeah.
So we were averaging 10 yards a play. No matter I was talking to our offensive coordinator, Ed Warner, and he said, like, "What are you seeing out there?" I go, "You can call whatever play you want. It doesn't matter. They're all working." And I go, "Coach, let's try to score 100. Like, let's really put it to them." After 5 decades of them beating up on us, like, we got the chance here, like, push the pedal all the way down. Let's go full throttle and score as much as we can.
Oh, man.
That's great. Well, hey, we're going to have you back on for college football season, of course, and talk a little bit about that as well as we move on. But, man, have a great time out in L.A. You're going to the quarterfinal. Are you going to one in Houston, right? as well?
That won't be a U.S. game, but depending upon how the U.S. does, may have to try to find a way to get to. If they make it to the semifinals, may have to open up the checkbook and get out there to see the boys play.
I'm about to raise some more money for you guys then. I got to pay your salary. We'll get
there you go.
All right. Todd, man, it was great having you on, man. I appreciate
bet, guys.
you. We'll talk soon and enjoy this rest of this World Cup.
Yeah, have fun.
I sure will. We will. There'll be plenty of fun to be had and plenty of beers to be enjoyed. So go USA, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Great. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate
All right,
you.
guys. See ya.
Todd Riesing, former KU All-America quarterback.
Outstanding.
World Cup soccer guy.
Yes.
I mean, going all over the country, watching these games, man. Really appreciate him coming on. We'll have him on for college football later this year, too. I work with him quite a bit. So, hey, let's take a break. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. We got another special guest coming up. It's Matt Palmer, right?
Yes, Bulls, Bands, and Barrels coming up next. How about that?
Wow, man, we just keep it going today right here on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN.
If
The
it
Jock.
matters in the Ozarks, it matters here. From Missouri State to the Cardinals and beyond, start your day with The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 on ESPN, The Jock.
Culinary history with Retro Metro. Long before surf and turf gained its catchy nickname, people were already pairing the best of land and sea on special occasions. Retro Metro celebrates that tradition with their Jeremy and Julia surf and turf. A 6 or 10 ounce filet served over Cajun cream pappardelle pasta, topped with 3 grilled shrimp and a house-made crab cake, finished with fresh béarnaise. Experience the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
Mizzou football is almost here. Get ready for the season opening kickoff in Como game on Thursday, September 3rd, with 4 tickets for only $80. Be there to see the finished Memorial Stadium Centennial Project, a deal for the entire family to enjoy the home opener. Let's keep the sellout streak alive and bring the energy as we kick off the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. Purchase your 4 tickets for $80 at mutigers.com/kickoff in Como. MIZ.
Honda is shattering pain at the pump at Pinnaker Honda. The 2026 Honda Accord Hybrid Sport delivers an incredible 51 miles per gallon, helping you drive farther and spend less. Need more room? The 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid gets up to 43 miles per gallon with rates as low as 2.49%. Need a truck? Get a 2026 Honda Ridgeline with $2,000 in savings. Check out our great selection of certified used Hondas with rates starting at 1.29%. Let our family take care of yours. Shop at PinnakerHonda.com.
Camping World is now open in Springfield at 836 North Glenstone. Stop in and check out a huge selection of new and used RVs, plus RV parts, accessories, and all the gear you need for camping and outdoor living. Need service or repairs? Their expert technicians will keep you ready for the road. And you can't miss it. They're home to the largest flag in Springfield, flying on a 130-foot flagpole. The brand new Camping World in Springfield. Get details and shop online at rv.campingworld.com. In Southwest Missouri, skip the corporate shop prices and go with the mechanic you can actually trust. C&C Truck and Auto. They've got 25 years of hands-on experience, so they find the real problem fast, explain it in plain English, and fix it right without the surprise upcharges, brakes, oil changes, front-end repairs. They do it all with honest pricing and solid work. Get you back on the road quick. C&C Truck and Auto. Trust your ride to pros. Visit cctruckandauto.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the opening drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
That's better.
Not much.
Not much, but better.
YouTube approved.
YouTube approved from
music.
bands you've never heard of.
Yes.
Anyway, hey, back on the opening drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock as we continue to roll on a Wednesday morning. And we got Matt Palmer from Bulls, Bands, and Barrels on the line with us. And how you doing today, Matt?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
We're doing great, man. You've got quite an event coming up this weekend down at Thunder Ridge, looks like.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be. We were there a year ago in April, so we've kind of bumped it up into the summer, of course, and kind of a big year. Just days before Independence Day and celebrating the 250th birthday of America, and no better way than that I can think to celebrate it than with a big party on the lake at Johnny Morris's place.
Oh man,
yeah, man.
And you call that work, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
Man, I tell you what, you guys have these jobs like this.
I know.
That's like, man, that's awesome. Well, I'm looking at this. You got a full-on rodeo, and you got some great headliners coming in on the band's component. That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about what's happening this weekend out at Ridgedale.
So as far as the Western sporting part of it, we've taken the three most extreme or fan favorite events in Western sports and put them all in one show. So it's bull riding, which there'll be 20 bull riders each night. And then there'll be 20 barrel racers. And then there'll be 3 freestyle bullfighters. And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's kind of motocross meets Western sports. It's bullfighters, but the American way. So it's a Spanish fighting bull. It's a bullfighter, 60 seconds in the arena. They do flips over them. They do mercy.
What?
Oh yeah. No, it's worth the price of admission alone because in bullfighting, there's 2 things for certain. There's either going to be a really good wreck or a really good bullfight. There's no in between.
And a lot of people show up for the havoc.
That's the motocross aspect of it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So anyway, so we got bullfighting, bull riding, barrel racing, and then of course after the Western sports, it takes literally 10 minutes. They'll transition everything to the concerts. They'll welcome everybody to the dirt right in front of the stage. You know, and then on Friday, it's and I first met this guy in January. We were actually in Worcester, Massachusetts, and John Party. And if anybody has never seen John Party concert before, he truly is one of my favorites. And I've seen them all. That's saying something. But John Party on Friday with Braxton Keith and the Creekers, which the Creekers, I'm kind of a bluegrass man myself from folk music, and they will flat have a hoedown. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, so that's the lineup on Friday, and then the concerts on Saturday after the Western sporting events is Hudson Westbrook, Ann Wilson, and Missouri's own Tyler Nance.
Yeah. Wow, that's a great lineup. I mean, I'm just looking at that lineup. The concert alone, like you said, the concert alone will get you in. The bullfighting alone will get you in. Then you throw in some bull riding and barreling on top of it. Yeah. Wow, what a great weekend.
You know, and all that, it's all one ticket too. One price of admission gets you everything. So
it looks like you got a kind of a schedule goes out to other places too. It looks like you're going out to Pennsylvania and Georgia and Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Wow, you just got kind of nice little tour you got set up all the way to the end of August.
Yes, sir. So our world finals are in August. Actually headed to the East Coast for the first time with our finals. We've been there before, but the finals traditionally have been in Fort Worth, Texas. And this year they were moved to the East Coast. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, 23 stops in 2026, 23 cities.
Wow.
23 stops. But now this one, the cool part about this one's outdoors too. I mean, out at Thunder Ridge, what a gorgeous backdrop for this event.
It's unique to the tour because it is the only outdoor event that we will do. And outside of the finals, it's the only 2-day event we'll do.
Okay. All right. So when you these events, you score these events, correct? On the bull riding side and that kind of stuff. You score those and they come up for a championship at the end. So you got 2 dates this weekend. That's 2 separate technical events events there for you guys. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we've got the reigning world champions, you know, they'll be there trying to defend their title. And then we've got actually a new world race. So Lance Lotta from Texas, he's in the lead for the bull riding and actually got a predominant lead. So this is, if there's a chance for somebody to step in, come up, you know, the underdog, try to take it away from him, you know, this is the event that they really need to pay attention to and capitalize on. And
so have you been down there? I'm sorry, Matt. Have you been down there? What are your thoughts on the location down there?
Man, yeah, we were there. So we were there a year ago. I've been to Johnny Morris's place there, Thunder Ridge Nature Arena, a couple of different times, but we had this event there a year ago, and just to see, you know, we had about 9,000, 10,000 in attendance a year ago, and to see them covering that hillside is pretty neat in itself, you know. And this event, a lot of people, whenever they say they don't want to be out, especially outside, you know, that, you know, for that long or whatever. Well, this event, it gates open at 4. The Western sporting part of it starts at 5:30, so it's an early event. So, and we only take, you know, it takes about an hour 45 for the Western sporting parts to get over, and then about 10 minutes to transition into the concert. So we're really going to have people I mean, you're going to be home in bed by 10 o'clock.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. I mean, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah. But you'll probably beat that. I mean, I don't know. We'll be done. It don't take very long. I mean, by the time you start,
you've been doing this for a while. You got this timing thing down, though.
It's a well-oiled machine for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're talking about the Bulls, Bands, and Barrel Nature Arena this weekend, June 26th and June 27th, the only 2-day weekend on the BBB schedule. So you're going to want to get out there for that. John Party, Braxton Keith and the Creekers on Saturday. You got Hudson Westbrook and Wilson and Tyler Nance on Sunday. Of course, all the great bull riding and bullfighting and all that kind of good stuff.
Matt Palmer, who is the announcer for the event. How long you been doing that, Matt?
Oh, time gets away from us, but it's a better part of 20 years now.
Mm. And how long is this BBB setup been going on? I mean, how long has this rendition of this been going on?
So the very first event was held in 2014. So
okay,
so a little over a decade.
So you pretty much how many typical events do you run in a year?
Myself personally,
or just kind of format that you've been doing?
So Bulls, Bands, and Barrels has generally around 20. So 20 to 22 events for the tour. Our finals, the World Finals, is always in the end of August. But next year, 2027, this year has been so good and so responsive from not only the fans but sponsors backing the events that 2027 is going to be better than ever. So, and there's some announcements actually that's going to take place at Thunder Ridge Nature Arena this weekend that nobody's heard before. So you can kind of get firsthand experience of that, And have you guys been to Johnny Morris's place over there before?
Oh yeah, I saw Garth's works when he opened it up.
Oh yeah, so my wife was there actually. So my wife was there with you.
And everybody else in basically a 4-state region. Yeah,
still in traffic.
They're still in traffic coming home.
Yeah. And since then, I believe they've done a lot of work to the roads. They've added easier access, better parking. Yeah. And I've had a lot of questions just because I live close to I live just south of West Plains, Missouri. So this is as close to home as I'll get, and I've had a lot of people ask me about that. They've heard kind of maybe some negative stuff about parking and access to the arena and from the arena, but they've got all that kind of figured out. And especially whenever you deal with the company that Thunder Ridge has teamed up with Bulls, Bands, and Barrels, we do enough events that our crew, our staff has got the logistics of all that stuff figured out. I mean, parking and then accessing the arena, getting back to your vehicle and getting home is going to be flawless. I promise you that. And a year ago when we were there, we proved that. So.
It's changed a lot since that first concert. They figured it out. Johnny Morris figured it out like that next day. He had it figured out. That's not an issue.
He got with the city folks down there and took care of all traffic issues immediately.
Yeah, it was pretty much done. Yeah.
By the way, I've got Bass Pro Shops in all locations in Missouri. Let's get this figured out down here. We know how that works. Hey, are there tickets? I'm sure tickets are available right now.
Yep. So tickets are available at bullsbandsandbarrels.com or at the box office. So if you get there and you haven't got your tickets online, or you can't figure out how to get them online, if you're kind of like me and you have to have your wife help you set up a Zoom call and stuff, and you're not good with the internet, you can go buy them at the box office at Thunder Ridge Nature Arena. So nothing to worry about. But get there early. Do get there early. Everybody always wants to gripe about not having a good place to sit or whatever. Well, that's it. It's your fault if you don't get there early. Gates open at 4.
Yeah, and it's general admission on the hill, and that's just kind of bring your blanket, come on out there and sit down and enjoy the evening. They got, of course, concessions all the way around the place, but you can get general admission center hill as well. You got floor seating available. There's pretty much about every single imaginable ticket you can get for the whole event, and just kind of hang out and just have a good time.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful to see the sunset over those ridges and the shoreline of beautiful Table Rock Lake, and if you've never been to Johnny Morris's Thunder Ridge Nature Arena, don't know where it's at, of course, it's Ridgedale, Missouri, located near Big Cedar Lodge, and there's tons to do. Matter of fact, if you get there way early, you want to go to Fun Mountain with your kids, I mean, there's go-karts, there's rope courses, there's an arcade, there's bowling. I mean, they have it all.
Oh, yeah, they certainly do. So get those tickets and get that going here. That's Bulls, Bands, and Barrels, the Summer Jam event. and it's such a great event set up. I'm looking at this right now. You've got John Party and with Braxton Keith and the Creekers on Saturday. In addition to all the Western
Friday. That's Friday.
I'm sorry, Friday. Friday, Saturday, right? Friday, Saturday.
Right. Yep,
on Friday, that's Friday night. And on Saturday, you've got Hudson Westbrook, Ann Wilson, and Tyler Nance on Saturday's performance down there for the concert. And of course, all the Western sports. Again, that's 2 points. You go by points, right? Points earning events for the Western sports events. So that's you can get a combo ticket too, I think, right? Can you get like a 2-day deal too? Is that right?
Yeah, you can, and that's the better value of the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking that up now. Yeah, you can definitely get a 2-day pass if you want to see it all. And man, that is a much better deal. Yeah, you get that 2-day pass if you want to get that. So that'd be great.
So Matt, where are you from? You said south of West Plains.
Yeah, so Koshkonong. Are you guys familiar with Koshkonong?
Oh yeah. It's where the train usually comes up the road in the middle of the night. Looks like it's going to run into me when I go around that corner. Yeah, I know where that is.
That's right.
I've won Scrabble with Koshkonong before. That's been my winning.
Dude, that's like 100 point. That's 100 point.
A lot of points, but people didn't believe it. It said, what? You
save that one, don't you? You save Koshkonong.
Oh, all game long. Yes. Koshkonong and Scrabble, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm from where a lot of people can't spell it, and most people can't say it.
Yeah, well, I can't say it or spell it. And, I tell you, one night I was going through on my way to Memphis, middle of the night. I was going down there on an overnight deal to go down to Mississippi with my daughter, and I was kind of a little tired, going through there past West Plains and Thayer, and then all of a sudden, here comes that train on that corner. It looks like it's coming right at you. Oh my gosh, I'm going to hit a train. Oh yeah, the road curves right there. So it was,
yeah. So I have to wait on that train quite regularly now. They still, they'll stop right on the tracks.
They did stop right there. Yeah, exactly. With their light on, scared a dog out. Hey man, that's great, Matt. Thanks for coming on and promoting your event, Bulls, Bands, and Barrels, the Summer Jam. Get out there this Friday and Saturday down at Thunder Ridge Nature Arena. You're going to love it. You get a concert, you get bull riding, you get bull fighting, you get barrels. Man, I'm telling you.
Little bull carnage if you sit close enough. Yes. Little bull carnage in your lap.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's a possibility. I mean, you never know. It's a live sporting event.
Yeah.
Right? So I never know. Or maybe that's from the concert. I don't know. But anyway, great to have you on, Matt. Sure appreciate your time today.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thank your wife, too, for helping us out.
Yeah, hooking us up.
I will.
Matt Palmer from Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. Get down there this weekend, Friday and Saturday, Thunder Ridge. That's going to be a fun event. It is. Hey, it's worth it for the sunset, man. It really is. But each one of those things he's got going, you can buy tickets separately for all that. So get online, Bulls, Bands, and Barrels. Get on there and get your tickets today. All right. We got Full Throttle coming up next. Man, we're just going bam, bam, bam. Full Throttle with Craig Stagner coming up next. You're listening to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob.
Did you know you can listen to all your favorite ESPN The Jock programs live at 969thejock.com? The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. A Coach's Perspective with Jenny Hopkins. The High School Show. ESPNthejock.com.
When it comes to your next build or remodel, you need a team that shows up ready to win. In Springfield, that team is Edge Supply. From Blanco kitchen sinks to Delta faucets to freestanding bathtubs that steal the show, Edge Supply has the team, the experience, and the inventory to deliver. Contractor or do-it-yourselfer, no matter if it's a fixer-upper or a full custom build, Edge Supply is your home court advantage because Edge Supply plays to win. EdgeSupply.com. It's a busy life for a business owner. You're answering emails, reviewing invoices, running meetings, and hey, how's your marketing coming along? You don't have time to handle that too. So talk to our team at Fuse 32. All of our work is done in-house, which makes us a one-stop shop for your marketing. Although, we'd never say one-stop shop because that's a silly cliche. From traditional media to social and digital platforms, we bring fresh ideas and strong strategies to the table so you can focus on your business. Fuse32.com.
Do you know what tasty dairy products Happy Cows and farmer owners have in common? Your local Highland Dairy. Highland is owned by the dairy farmers who produce the milk that we use to make our fresh dairy products you see on the shelves. Our farmers are fiercely dedicated to bringing nutritionally rich, high-quality dairy products for your family and ours. That's how Highland provides farm-to-table foods with the freshest local ingredients from happy cows near you. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
When your business depends on security, access, and durability, the details matter. At Robinson Fence Company, we've delivered dependable commercial fencing solutions in 9 different states. From industrial and high-security fencing to complex commercial installations, our crews work efficiently and comply with job site requirements. With a long-standing presence in Springfield, Missouri, and our office in Dallas, Texas, Robinson Fence is a trusted partner. Robinson Fence Company. Commercial strength, proven experience, professional fencing by professional people.
11:39 Tuesday morning. An alert hit every phone. Baseball-sized hail heading into the metro. Oh, no! Within minutes, massive hail pounded the Ozarks, shattering glass, damaging homes, and destroying roofs. When the storm passed, the damage was done. Now is when you call someone you can trust. ABC Roofing. They've been in business over 20 years in the Ozarks. ABC Roofing, keeping it simple. Go to abcroofing.net.
Not your average sports show. Louder opinions, better stories, and 0 boring mornings. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
I feel
Strap in and hold on. It's time for Full Throttle with Craig Stagner, your home for Ozarks dirt, speed, and horsepower. From the green flag to the checkered, we've got the drivers, the stories, and the racing that matter. Let's go Full Throttle!
Wow, there it goes. There goes the Dodge down the road. Man, Stan just getting after it. Hey, Full Throttle with Craig Stagner on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. Craig, how you doing today, buddy?
Good morning. I see you as having to hold on tight. It's about to blow your hair back there, just the intro.
Man, right? When Stan says hold on, I'm like, whoa, I'm going to hold on here.
We feel wind coming our way and everything. Holy smoke.
Yeah.
Well, what a week of racing. And hey, first of all, thanks.
And weather.
First of all, thanks for bumping up to 844 today. Really appreciate
we're just building the anticipation for this segment. That's all it is. The people are just geared up and just they're going to be late walking into work if they had to be into work at 8:30.
Yeah.
So, but it's worth it.
Well, we're bringing in the closer. Craig's going to be our closer today because we're going to close out the show with some Full Throttle. So you've got a lot of stuff happening this weekend around the world of racing. I don't know if the rain affected us as much this week. I don't know. I wasn't around. I was in St. Louis watching tornadoes. Probably happened a little bit down here too. But I want to kind of jump ahead here a little bit. Maybe it wasn't really on your list. What's the rain situation been this year for these tracks down here? They're really struggling, aren't they?
They have been. Some of the tracks, so we cover the tracks that are not just Springfield, but as far as Monette and then some in, our show, we have a reach. Believe it or not, I see the people that using the metrics that are available to our social media. We get followers from other countries, other parts of the world. Yeah. So we really covered the not just the Springfield area, but just this kind of within about 3 hours of Springfield is kind of the gauge I use. So tracks up towards St. Louis, they've been doing a little better, not having as tough a time. But, so these tracks down here, this I-44 corridor, Salina High Banks and Monette, Nevada, and Springfield, a lot of rainouts. Last weekend, I was at Soggy Bottom Motocross in Sparta. We got through the riders meeting. We had the national anthem. We were just about to go down to the starting gate, and here come the lightning and thunder and tornadoes. And you referenced it earlier in the week. I was doing my Carl. I think we should race on. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they said, no, get out of here. So we were that close. I got muddy, got sweaty, got dirty, and didn't get to race. But that happens.
Sure. It's just been a weird spring. I mean, it seems like every weekend we're getting a bunch of rain, and it's just been really frustrating.
I think my wife said she had looked and it was something that had been the wettest June in like 20, 30 years. Yep. But now next week, we're supposed to have rain quite a few days this week up through Saturday. But then we're going to hit 90 degrees and sunny. So just in time for a lot of racing. It is really getting into a packed time of year. My stuff, the motocross, kind of backs off a little bit during the summertime because of the heat. But a lot more spring races and fall races. So a lot more car races and drag strips going on. So it has been a factor, but it's kind of built into the schedule. They kind of build, it's like the snow days for your school. They kind of build some in. So we work around it.
Okay.
Do the tracks, I mean, the water that they have to use for the dirt tracks, is that expensive? I would imagine if that's the case, they wouldn't have to spend as much.
Well, that's where if you get rain on a Thursday, maybe Friday morning, that's a godsend, because then you don't have to get out there the manpower and do it. But some of these tracks will have ponds and such, and then they use a water truck and they just pump that water from the pond up into their water truck. So they're using some sort of recycle. So we're going to say they're doing it the very eco-friendly way and not just using tap water. They're using rainwater to water the tracks.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that definitely help on the cost. That's for sure. So, hey, let's jump into some things here. We got some NASCAR updates from the race at the Naval Base. That was pretty cool.
It was. And during the race, this was the first time they've ever done that. And they've talked about maybe going to do it again, because it really, the racing was pretty exciting. They did it at the Naval Base Coronado. So they took this Naval Base and built a road course right in the middle of the Naval Base. One thing that was a little bit of an issue was the barriers around the track. They weren't quite as heavy or lodged in as quite secure as the way they should be. So you had cars getting into the barriers, knocking them off course. You had one manhole cover flip up that caused an issue. I said last week on my show, these 3 races had more red flags than my second marriage. So, and that's a lot. You had, we'll let Rob regather himself there. You had 1 red flag during the Truck Series. You had 2 during the O'Reilly Series and 1 during the Cup Series. The most notable one, though, was during the O'Reilly Series. You had a red flag, and the cars were stopped up on the front stretch, and Sheldon Creed, who's kind of a bookworm kind of guy, he's kind of a different cat. Some drunk person climbs a fence, runs out onto the track, and runs over to Sheldon Creed's car and just decides, hey, this will be a great meet and greet opportunity, and is just standing there talking to Sheldon. And after the race, Creed said that the guy asked him, hey, so what's going on? Are you still racing? And he said, well, yeah, we I mean, not at the moment. And he said, hey, while you're standing there, how does my fenders look? Because he had gotten into the wall a little bit. He's like, I might as well take advantage of this. He said the guy slurred something. He wasn't sure what he said. He was pretty inebriated and said, I think if I was you, I'd beat it. I'd get on over the fence. Well, of course, by the time he jumped over the fence and lost his flip-flops, and police gathered him right up. But it wasn't a Morgana the Kissing Bandit situation going back to your old baseball days, but it definitely was a unique situation to have a drunken fan. What is concerning, too, is he could have theoretically got out during the race if that was the case.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
that would be dangerous. And then we got a fatality on our hands.
Which actually over the past weekend there was at a rally race. I didn't even have these notes down. There was a rally course race in the east, somewhere Europe, somewhere in that area, and rally cars got together, went into the crowd. Hit some teenage kids who were on their way home from school who stopped to watch it. 2 of them were injured and 1 of them was killed. So it is a very serious deal. You get into racing and fans really want to crowd the track. They don't like that fence. They want to get right down there. They want to get within feet of it. And it's a constant battle saying, look, you can't be this close. They go, but nothing ever happens. Well, until it does.
Yeah.
And
until it does.
Sometimes those bad things do happen.
So, Craig, they didn't recognize me. I mean, the guy on the track then?
No, they didn't. They stayed zoomed out far enough. I said, is that no, it couldn't be.
No, couldn't be.
Yeah.
Hey, so tell me also what's going on with the Ozark Raceway Park results over there.
Well, big race this past weekend. It was the Shane McClellan Krusty Nova Memorial Shootout. Now, let me reference that for you, give you a little backstory on this. Shane McClellan was a area racer, drove a 62 Chevy Nova 2, It had an LS motor in it. So everybody takes these Corvette motors, the LS motors, and puts them into everything else. I don't know why Chevy doesn't just sell the motors. They could just sell them because every drag racer uses them. But an 1,100 horsepower motor in this 62 Chevy Nova. It was famously, there's a YouTube video of it doing a wheel stand wheeling the entire 8th mile. Never, he got it up on the back wheels and just stayed in it, went the whole track. Well, that video got millions and millions of views. He was on Street Outlaws, all kinds of different things. Well, a couple of years ago, tragically, he was fatally injured in a boating accident here in the Ozarks. This was the memorial event, and they had it over the weekend. Your winners, Logan Kimbrough, Dwayne Graham won the big tire class. Those cars push about 1,500 horsepower out there on the 8th mile track.
Wow.
Matthew Barker, Devin Brown, Alan Watts, Rodney Dow, Jeff Downing on the motorcycle, Carson Klein, and Ronnie Surface were your winners. So I just want to give a shout out to the Ozark Raceway Park crew who put on a great shootout, the Shane McClellan, Krusty Nova Memorial Summer Shootout this past weekend. They were able to get that done, worked around the weather. So big event there.
Man, that is a big event, and that's for a great cause there as well. And then I tell you what, we did mention last week that, the anniversary of Title IX. You've got a lot of, we've talked about a lot, how many women are involved in motocross and racing, and we talked about the father-daughter combinations last week and such. Tell us a little bit more about the increase in motorsports that you're seeing.
Well, yes, that was the anniversary of that. It was 54 years ago, back June 23rd, 72, that Nixon signed it. That was, I got to look into, when I heard you talking about that, I got to looking into the Title IX, because you hear a lot of positives and negatives about Title IX. And what that was the original Civil Rights Act of 64 protected people with employment, but it had nothing in it provisions for schools. So that was to kind of correct that. And it allowed girls to participate in sports in college. Now, that didn't translate into motorsports, but I can't help but feel like that was a secondary effect of that, is it empowered the females to go, we could do some of this stuff too. So then you have girls getting into drag racing, motocross, stock cars, going all the way back to, Shirley Muldowney was the first ever NHRA woman to hold. The guys didn't want this girl out there even racing. She got her NHRA title and won 3 Top Fuel championships. She was a 3-time world champion in the Top Fuel class. And then you went on to Janet Guthrie, who raced the Indy 500 and Daytona 500. Lynn St. James, who twice won the 24 Hours of Daytona. She was a Rookie of the Year at the Indy 500. Then it went on to people like Sarah Fisher, who's a team owner, is a great racer. The Force sisters. You had Ashley, Brittany, and Courtney Force, all John Force's daughters. Danica Patrick. And then newer racers, you have this whole new group of racers coming in, like the Haley Deegan, who brings Monster Energy sponsorships everywhere she goes. Erica Enders is a 6-time NHRA champion. Maddie Gordon, motocross, you have Lachlan Turner. And how about this? You like the name Jet Lawrence in motocross? How about this little girl?
Yes.
12-year-old girl named Racing Kyler. Raicin. Just slang. You don't even need that G on there. She's so fast. We ain't got time for that last letter. Just put a apostrophe at the end of it. She's racing. This little girl raced against the boys at Loretta Lynn's, and Loretta Lynn's is the ultimate racing event for motocross. It's at Hurricane Mills, the actual country singer Loretta Lynn's ranch. She won in a open class that was boys and girls. So 12-year-old boys, the fastest boy in the country lost to a girl. That had to hurt. But she is really good. But you've got so many of these women. And Kaylee Bryson from Muskogee, Oklahoma, which we'll claim her because that's close enough. We're going to claim that. Sure. Kaylee Bryson races IMSA. She races the Trans Am Rally Series. She races sprint cars. It is really cool seeing all these women come up and race motocross. And this last weekend, Women's Pro Motocross was at Mount Morris, Pennsylvania. They have a provision. You have to be 17 years old to race pro motocross for women. This young lady, her name is Mayla Herrick. She's from Florida, but she races all over. Her 17th birthday, she shows up. They said, "Are you 17?" She said, "I was as of midnight." She goes out and smokes the number one rider in the world and wins Moto number one. Unfortunately, they do Moto 1 on Friday. The second Moto, they do kind of halftime of Saturday. But the guys got involved in a big wreck, big wreck in the first turn. Never even got up. They got her on a board, got her off. Fortunately, she had a concussion. That was it. Just shook up. She's going to be back at it. But 17 years old, first time on the track with these pro girls, and she laid the lumber to them. Unbelievable. But it's so neat seeing so many young girls coming up and going, "Hey, I can do this too." And I've raced hair scramble against some girls that flat up passed me. I mean, there's no shame in that. So it's great. More girls at the racetrack. I'm all for that.
It's awesome. Well, this has been great. Our weekly segment on the opening drive, ORP TV tonight, 6 p.m. You want to catch that to preview all the weekend action. Then ORP TV Sunday night at 6 p.m. to recap all the weekend action with our good friend Craig Stagner of ORP TV.
That's right. Check us out. We'll tell you all the tracks that are raced. We'll give you the whole rundown of the tracks and the channels. One quick thing, NASCAR this week moves back to TNT. So if you didn't have Prime Video or HBO Max and we're missing NASCAR, this week it goes back to TNT. But we'll tell you all the information you need to know. And I'm telling you, being here, I am surprised every week when I get to be on here with Tom Ladd and Rob Rodgers on ESPN Radio. It is a thrill to do this.
The closer, and that's the closer of the show. We'll see you tomorrow.
This weather update brought to you by David Kinsman Agency, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Count on reliable protection, rain or shine.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
Happy Wednesday. Today's going to be mild in the lower 80s, but 81 degrees today in Springfield.